Oh, hi, Mr. Chairman. It's Aussie. Good, mate, good. Look, I won't take too much of your time. This call should just be a little bit of a formality, really. But I was just hoping we could add to the 40 grand transfer budget that I currently have. Just take it out of the 12 million I bought into the club. Yeah, just so I can strengthen for the Champions League, you know? Yeah, no? What do you mean, no?
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Jarun on the Impossible Dream. It is Season 4, Episode 5, and today we're going to have our first two ever games of Champions League game, prop up, in the league phase. It's Villarreal and AC Milan. A little bit different to what I said last episode, but I thought, again, we don't want to draw things out too long. And we are 10,000 to 1. So I believe that is just about as far as you can go in terms of odds, but let's see what we can do. It's going to be interesting, and what was also interesting is the board rejected our request for more transfer revenue. So despite the fact, after we've asked for training facility upgrades, we have almost 12 million in the bank. I had 40 grand to spend. So obviously it doesn't have to be a genius to work out we didn't really get much done. We did get a few things done though, so let's check in on the transfers that did happen. So first, there's a couple of outs. One that's not a permanent out yet, but Memic, he's out on loan, so that's good. Hopefully he never comes back. And the other one that did leave permanently was Ernan Graf. Now, he's gone to Rudez on it's a free transfer, essentially. He came through our youth academy. He's just not been training on at all. And he's unambitious, and I think that might have something to do with it. But what he's done is he had no transfer value, so he's gone for free, but we have a 50% of any sell-on fee. So if he does amount to something at some point, then we'll get something for him. If, as I suspect, he doesn't, then yeah, we've just washed our hands of him. Now, the players that we've bought in, there is two. The first one here, I'll show you as free transfer. It was a goalkeeper. I just thought we only really had two, with Zivkovic being the backup. So I thought, let's get somebody else in just in case we get an injury, so we have a reliable backup. So Subaric has come in. Now, he has been Lokomotiva's goalkeeper in the past. He's 29. I think it's a 2-year deal, £300 a week, and we'll get out of him if we need him, he's there. If we don't, then £300 is. I'm more than happy to pay that for a goalkeeper to sit on the bench and just make sure that we have that cover. So he's here. The other one that we've done is to make sure we weren't a centre back short. Is this guy Rock Strumbach? He has joined us on loan from Dinamo Zagreb. Now, he's very, very good. The issue we have is that we can't register him in Europe because the advantage to Graf was that, of course, he was club trained, under 21. We didn't actually have to register him in the squad. So we are a little thin on centre-backs for Europe. But if we get to worse comes to worse, then we just sort of sacrifice Europe at this point. We're not going to get much further than we already have, I wouldn't have thought. And this guy can come in and just be that little bit of extra cover in the league as well. So that allows Bukenic, Hartman and Zebic to play in Europe. And then he can play in the league, and while those guys get rested. So, yeah, not too bad. I'm happy with that. And, yeah, he's 21-year-old Slovenian. So his career to date came through at Maribor, was signed by Dinamo for best part of 90 grand, and he's played once or twice for them, but never really established himself there. Probably not going to establish himself with us either, but he's probably got more of a chance than he does at Dinamo. But, yeah, he's just one that's here if we need him. But to give you an idea of how the transfer window kind of looks, bigger spenders with Dinamo Zagreb. Rudez had the most players in. 23 players left Dinamo Zagreb. Every player comes from them, I'm sure of it. You can see Dinamo has bought in a centre-back from Rayo Vallecano. They are just on a different level to what we can have spending. I mean, they're paying him 17 grand a week. That's almost half our wage budget. And then looks like the deadline deal, they brought another player in from the 23 grand a week. So you can see what I mean, whereas they're playing a different league to us. So the fact that we've managed to nick one league title off them so early, I think, is maybe a little bit of a bonus to us. Now, speaking of league titles, we're trying to defend it against all odds. We had a game against Hajduk Split. We had to rotate because we have Europe coming up. So let's see how we did against them. We took a second half lead when Radjakovic crossed for Pajic. So a rotated side, and we got a deserved win. Look at the XG. We absolutely should have won by more. They had one or two chances, but nothing major. I mean, look at the match ratings as well with a rotated team. It's the first time I think we've put out a team in the league, and not that we haven't played well before, but we more or less dominated again, maybe not in terms of possession, but certainly in terms of threatening the opposition goal against the team that was second in the league. So yeah, it was a really, really pleasing result. Now, if we look at the league table, and the league will kind of take a bit of a back seat for the next few episodes here, but we're suddenly second again. Now, it must be a head-to-head that we're ahead of them on, because it's certainly not goal difference. 7 points is the gap to Dinamo. Now, we face them in a couple of games' time, and that is already shaping up as a bit of a must-win game. But I think if we can maybe look to nail down, I mean, third I would take right now, but if we can maybe nail down second, that would be a huge success this season now, I think, having already got ourselves the money for Europe. So let's go and make our Champions League debut proper. And we're expecting a 4-4-2 out of Villarreal. And this is the team that we are sending out. So Priscilla in goal. Bekanic, Hartman and Zebic are the back three. Havoy and Rovis will be the width. Then we've got Dashka, Nunez and Tolik. Fillet and Tommy G go up top. And let's see, away from home, what we can do in Spain. All right, so a few names there we recognise. I have to confess, I've never heard of that manager before. If anybody knows who he is or where he is now, Aburrado, never heard of him. So we've got Victor Lindelof in their team, Adama Traore, Tommaso, that doesn't say Pogba, does it? I'm an idiot. Diego Lopez is a name I think I recognise. Ben Brereton Diaz, of course, he's just moved to Sheffield United, I think, in real life. And yeah, so there's Dennis Suarez as well. He's a decent player, isn't he? So there's some good players, as you would expect. Vincent Janssen as well. Maybe not a good player, but someone we've heard of. And well, I think we just say there's no pressure on us here. Away from home, Champions League proper. Obviously, any game we win is going to be extra money. And the other thing too is coefficient points, and that's one thing I've sort of got half an eye on with playing the teams that we are in Europe, is that if we can get as many coefficient points as we can, it is going to help us down the line. So yeah, we'll see. I'm not expecting. To be honest, I'm fully expecting to get hammered quite a few times in the league phase here, but it'll be a learning experience for us. And one thing it will do too is it'll sort of, hopefully anyway, make it very clear who and what players are able to make this step up with us, and who needs to sort of be looked upon as a league player and sort of eventually replaced in the squad altogether. So this will be a learning experience, and we'll just see how far we can get. As a free kick comes in, Priscilla with the save, and I wonder if we just go positive. Try and keep it scoreless as long as we possibly can. Corner to defend, in towards the back post. It's away. Rovis half clears, and can we stop the ball coming back in? And it's a clean tackle. All right. Just for a second then I was a little bit concerned. But we're not doing too badly in terms of possession. We certainly had our fair share. Rovis has got himself booked, which is not ideal. Now the new players, as I say, no one was able to be added to the European squad. The player that was added was Rajikovic. He is now happy, because he was unhappy because he wasn't registered. So that's all good news. And yeah, but obviously the transfer window for us closed after the registration window had closed. Roberts, good ball in. Good ball in. Oh, and Tommy G hit the post, I think, and we were that far away from taking the lead. Here we go with Fillet now. Back to Bekanic, to Hartman, to Zebic. Zebic gets it forward for Fillet. Nice ball for Havoy. Havoy was playing Spanish football last season. He's taken away from him. Dashka can't win it back, though. And are we going to get done on the break here? We're in a little bit of trouble. Bekanic goes across. He cuts back, and Priscilla is there. And we almost got a very big lesson in getting caught out, didn't we, at the back? We've got a couple of nervous players, which is not ideal. And we've got a free kick in a bit of a dangerous position here. Is Priscilla up to this? I've got a bad feeling, and he is up to it. So well done. I think it's going to depend, obviously, as the season goes on here, and how much money. Oh, Priscilla again! How much money we have to spend come the end of the season. I think I'd like Priscilla to be our number one for the foreseeable future. If we are going to spend big money on a goalkeeper, we need to make sure that he's our guy for the next few seasons. As Rovis with a chance to whip across, and he's gone past Traore. He floats one in. It's headed away, though. And here come Villarreal again. Dashka, mate, you've got to chase him. Come on, you've let Tolic run straight past you. And they have taken a long-range effort. And to be fair, we don't mind them doing that, do we? Zabic now gets it wide for Havoy. Come on, mate. Come on. He's trying to take on 2 and just can't quite get it. Zabic with a good tackle. Dashka. Zabic is another one we'd like to try and sign permanently. Still not interested, though. We do have a little bit of a clue to what he wants to do. Cossey's on a youth contract. The option is there to sign him straight away. That's not a good pass. And are we going to pay a price for that? Not yet. We're not. Can we stop the cross coming in? Havoy. There's the cross. It's Rovis at the back post. Does enough. So yeah, I can sort of offer him a contract, and if he doesn't want to negotiate, then I know that there's no point going through the bidding process. Hartman, it's a cross for Rovis! Oh, Rovis has scored, and we're 1-0 up in first half stoppage time to Villarreal. And it's Mayo Rovis that gets the first goal in the Champions League proper. Hartman, good vision to spot him, and the goalkeeper possibly should have done better. But he had to sort of scramble across his goal, and we couldn't have scored at a better time. It is half-time. And, well, I think we've got to say don't get complacent out there now. We've got the lead. We've played, you've got to say, very well. They've had 1 or 2 half chances, but nothing major. Now, I don't love that Hartman, who's playing well, is now anxious. But let's hope we can not fall in a heap in this second half. Completely forgot Nunez was playing, if I'm honest. Dashka, oh, it's just enough. Let's give them some praise. And try and get them happy and confident ahead of defending this one. Ball comes in. It is headed away. Zabic completes a clearance, but Traore has it. And, of course, Nunez is Spanish, isn't he? So he's playing in front of his... I'm not sure where in Spain he's from, but he's in front of his countrymen anyway. He'll be very keen, you would have thought, to put on a good performance, but... We've not really seen him, have we? Another free kick. Third time. Is it going to be third time lucky for them? It's off the wall. It's still there with Traore. It's bouncing around and it's gone out of play. Thankfully, hit something behind the goal, not the post, to come back into play. All right. I mean, they've had 22 shots to our not many. Oh, it's not a push. It's not a push, ref. Come on. Was that Hartman as well? Penalty awarded. They're furious. I mean, it's soft, isn't it? Come on, Priscilla. Can he make a save? No, he's gone the right way, but he can't. Let's encourage them. And Nunez has not impressed me at all here. It is... oh, no, it's not a shorter bench. I wasted time off camera trying to get this right. All right, let's get Purser on and see what he can do. It's always a risk taking off Nunez because he is so good from a set piece, but we're not really getting chances from a set piece. Tolik is looking nervous now, so let's get Tregranic on, who's maybe not looking any better, but yeah, might. Oh, this is dangerous. It's a little bit scrappy. It's a little bit scrappy. It is Bekanic who clears it away. Come on, guys. Let's at least hang on to a point here. It would be a huge, huge bonus if we could. Let's encourage them again. We're looking nervous, though. The pressure is it getting to us? Philip is looking nervous. Do we take him off for Pranjic, I wonder? Where are you, Pranjic? Come on, guys. Come on. Focus. Let's see this out. Let's see this out for what would be a massive point on the road in Spain. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Come on. Oh, how much stoppage time, ref? Come on. They're down a man. Are we going to keep playing till next Wednesday? Jesus Christ. We've got there, though, in the end. We've been out XG'd. And I said they hadn't scored too many chances. They didn't feel like they did. We had all the possession. And we've come away with a point. And it was only a penalty for them that allowed them to get level. It could so easily have been different. So already perhaps a point more than I thought we were going to get this campaign. we're in the places to get into the knockout round. I don't think we're going to stay there by any means. We've got AC Milan coming up next. So let's see what we can do against them. Now AC Milan have just beaten Chelsea, so we need to we need to be a little bit aware of that. But there we go. Pranjic has picked up a bit of a knock as well, but that is huge. And more money in the finances as well. Surely, come on, just give me some... I mean, it doesn't matter now because the transfer window's closed, but give me some money to spend. Can we at least increase the percentage of transfer revenue? It's just absolutely ridiculous to me that this is what's happening to me. But anyway, guys, wait right there. We've got a couple of games to play through. Then it's AC Milan, our first home game in the Champions League. All right, welcome back. Now, the kids have got off to a good start in their Champions League, Youth Champions League campaign. They've beaten Lon's kids 2-1, so that's very, very good. And yeah, let's see how they get on, up against teams that are sort of at their level a little bit. So we're getting ready for our first home game against AC Milan. It's actually at Dinamo Zagreb's home ground, which is a little bit of a kick in the backside, but anyway, we'll try and win regardless. There's one game in the league to catch you up on, so let's do that. It was against Lokomotiva. We took the lead when Rajakovic crossed for Pajic. And Page then turned provider for Matanovic to get our second. Before Lokomotiva pulled one back in stoppage time. So a fairly comfortable one, this one. They actually out-XG'd us, which is a little bit of a surprise, to be honest. But great strike from Matanovic. And yeah, it felt like a game that we were going to win. Yeah, we felt like we were in control of it. Now, we did see Schubaka. Schuwolbach. Anyway, he made his first appearance for us. Not great, but debuts sometimes aren't great. Trigranovic was disappointing. We actually subbed him off, but generally speaking, it was very good. And Rajakovic to Page is becoming a little bit of a supply line, isn't it? That's twice in this episode we've seen that those two combined for a goal. So excellent stuff. And the league, just so we're updated, Dinamo dropped points. So we are now 5 points back of them, 2 points ahead of Hajduk. And the thoughts of relegation seem long, long ago now, don't they? We're going to be okay this year. It's just a matter of whereabouts we're going to finish. And if we can run down Dinamo, that would be something. But like I've said before, I still think they are the strongest team in the league. So let's go and have a look at what we're doing here against Milan. We are expecting a 4-3-3 out of them, and this is the team that we are sending out. It is Priscilla in goal, Bacanic, Hartman, and Zabic as the back three, Havoy and Rovis down the wings. I think it's the same team, actually. Dashka, Nunez, Tolik with Fillet, and Tommy G up front. I've just seen that Pranjic is still injured, so we'll need to bring somebody in for him. We have limited options, don't we? All right, you're around, you're available. Go on the bench. That's how we pick a team often. So there we go. Yeah, you can see what I mean about we can't register a lot of players because we can only have obviously 25 and we have none essentially that are club trained, so we can actually only register 21. So yeah, we're a little thin on the ground, but let's see what we can do here. So Zinedine Zidane is their manager. They've got Teo. I mean, this is a team that could absolutely put us to the sword, isn't it? I mean, look at the players on their bench. Zaniolo, who's at Aston Villa, of course, and you're like Gravenberch. Yeah, there's a this guy. Is he at Chelsea or has he been at Villa or something? Tamori. It's just a very good team. Rafael Leao going all the way back to Leeds. He was a Leeds legend on this channel, wasn't he, Rafael Leao? All right, we have got nothing to lose here. Let's show them what we're capable of. I think that is probably the best way to go. Like I say, technically a home game, although it is Dinamo's home stadium. Though that does obviously give us a chance to get more people in, and we weren't expecting a sellout, I don't think, but it looks pretty good, the crowd. But certainly we were expecting a lot of people to show up. 8,000 AC Milan fans, and that is bigger than the stadium that we play out of now. That capacity is 5,000, so we definitely need the bigger stadium. Hopefully, eventually, we'll be able to get our own stadium that can hold these games. But for now, we're operating off a £40,000 transfer budget, so a new stadium seems a little ways away, if I'm honest. But yeah, we'll see. If we can keep this close and respectable, then that'll be great. I do have, as I said, massive fears that we might be on the end of a bit of a hiding here, but I thought that against Villarreal, and we did okay against them, and we did very well, in fact. But early attack from AC Milan, and that is across the face a goal, I think, and it's going to be, oh no, it was a save. So Priscilla, again, making use of himself. Can we get this away? It's sort of flipped up more than away. And Fillet is there to clear that into touch for the AC Milan lineout. Let's maybe go positive again, not attacking. Even though this is a home game, we're very much out talented here. Oh. I mean, there's ways to concede goals. And we've just confused each other there. Tolik and I don't know if it was it Rovis? There was Rovis' won it back to Nunez to Tolik. Tolik and Dashko just left it for each other, and Pulisic, he didn't need to be asked twice, did he? And we're 1-0 down. Let's try demand more. Such a disappointing way to concede a goal, isn't it? All right, come on. Let's see if we can get back. We'll encourage them. Here we go. Tommy G loses out. And this is showing a few signs. I wonder if we should have had the no pressure shout on this one as well. Maybe that's a lesson that we'll need to learn. Oh, how was that missed? They're ripping us to pieces, aren't they? They are, as you would expect them to. I mean, this is AC Milan we're playing. You would expect them to be a much stronger side. We're doing okay in terms of possession again. Let's try just a no pressure and see if that helps us out a little bit. It seems to have settled everybody down. We've not had a shot on goal, though, which isn't ideal. Excuse me. Can we get one now? Zebic. Back to Hartman. For Dashka. Across to Bekenic. And we get it forward for Nunez. There's a good ball for Rovis. Come on, Rovis. Can he whip in a good cross for us now? Rovis, he goes back to Bekenic. Bekenic for Rovis again. Rovis, he can't really keep it in. And now we're going to get done on the break. Come on, swamp him. Swamp him. Win it back. Oh, Havoy is now massively out of position. Zebic goes across the cover for him nicely. And Milan have just come up the other end. And they have potentially killed off the game just before half-time. Oh, it was looking like it was going to be our highlight, and that's always the worst, isn't it? But on this occasion, this is the sort of goal. I mean, conceding any goal is frustrating. Did Hartman get a little nick on that as well? Conceding any goal is frustrating, but those sorts of ones I can accept a little bit more because, especially because we were attacking and trying, we were having a go at them. I'm not quite sure if it did take a nick off Hartman or not. But I'd rather concede that goal than the first one, that's for sure. But we've not created absolutely anything there. All right, there's no pressure on us now. Let's. We probably should have started with that team talk. And do we attack? I mean, goal difference doesn't really, or doesn't come into it. I can't remember if it does or not now. But then again, are we honestly saying that we're going to have a chance to get out of the group? I think the answer to that is probably not, isn't it? So we'll shoot on sight. We won't make any changes, I don't think, right now. We'll encourage them, and we'll just see. We'll just see how we start the half, and if we need to start taking some players off to rest them, then so be it. I think we've got a little bit of a gap in Champions League games. This was sort of back to back with the Villarreal game, just the obviously Lokomotiva game on the weekend. There's a loose pass for Tommy G. Oh, he's going to score! He is going to score! It's his 11th of the season, and they've gifted us one back early in the second half, and maybe. It's not dead yet, this one. But just a massive mix-up. And Tommy G, even he and the goalkeeper look like they were going to have a mix-up for a while there. But got it past him. And then had the simple task of just rolling it in the back of the net. And it is 2-1 early in this second half. All right. We're dominating possession. Can we go and get another goal now? And if we can do that, then suddenly you'd have to say we start looking quite decent here in terms of, well, certainly not embarrassing ourselves. We'll get Purser on to replace Tolik. I think maybe we're seeing Tolik is not quite up to playing that attacking midfield role against this opposition. Here we go with Hartman. He's got time, he's got space, and he's got a goal! Hans Juraj Hartman has made it 2-2. And we have come back from 2-0 down against AC Milan. And, well, he had all the time in the world, didn't he? No one came out to close him down. And he made them pay for that. Excellent work. Let's just keep encouraging. Could we come back from 2-0 down and win it? Surely not. I'm tempted to go back to positive and again try and protect the point here. They've gone to 4-4-2. That doesn't really affect what we're trying to do, I don't think. We're into stoppage time. We're still going to attack them. Are we going to get rewarded for our bravery? It doesn't look like we are. But 2 points from this episode. What a start to our Champions League campaign. And yeah, 2-0 down at half time to come back and get a point. That's huge. So AC Milan, they beat Chelsea. They couldn't beat Jarun. And that is just really, really good stuff. Yes, we're outside the top 24 right now, but I don't think we really expect to be in there, to be honest. But we've got some easier games coming up, so maybe we could shock one or two people, including their manager. So Jarun rescue late draw. It's more money in the bank, which is obviously massive. Yes, Zidane regrets playing mind games with Philip. Don't mess with me, Zidane. I will have you. And yeah, what a performance from Hartman as well. What just great stuff. If you've enjoyed that, thumbs up. I certainly have. Subscribe if you're new. We'll be back next time. We've got our draw for the cup. I tell you that it's a nothing team, so we should beat them. We'll come back though for Dinamo at home, which could, well, send us top of the league the way things are going, and then we'll go to Old Trafford. That's going to be a challenge, isn't it? But we'll see if it's one we're up to or not when we come back. Until then, guys, I've been Aussie Bill. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.